Hello everyone. So we're going to start today's session in a downward facing dog. So plant the hands down, tuck the toes under and get into your downward facing dog, leaving that sternum fall to the ground looking back towards your feet, and you can even start to walk the feet out here on the spot, bending one knee, straightening the other. Doing whatever movement feels good here for you. Then coming into your high plank and then lowering all the way down onto your belly, coming into your upward facing dog before pushing back into your downward facing dog again, leaving those heels drop down to the ground. Moving back to the knees again. We want to push that right leg back. From here, tuck the left toes under and push up into your three-legged dog. From here, dropping the two knees down, go into a little Pilates style push-up and then pushing into your three-legged dog again. Let's go again. Drop the knees down, reach that leg up into your three-legged dog, drop the knees down, push up, back up into your three-legged dog, holding it here. Drop the knees down into your push-up. Let's go for 4 push-ups here. 2, 3, 4. Good. Now from here, reaching that right foot over to the left and then over to the right. You can even look over the shoulders as you do this, tapping on that left and the right side of the mat. Keep it going, feeling that glute, pushing back with the glute as you reach over to the left and the right. Almost there. Good. This time opening up to that right side, reaching the right hand up. We're going to reach the right hand and the right foot down towards the mat and then bring them together. So it's like a little side crunch here for the body. Reach it over and bring them together. Staying stable on that left hand as well. This is a difficult one on the shoulders. Keep it going, we're almost there. Let's hold it up now. Hold it up for 3, 2, keep holding it up. 1. Good, reaching that right hand up and then bringing it back to all fours to your tabletop position. Work through the spine here for a cat-cow. Working through each vertebrae in the spine one by one, all the way up. Arching all the way down. Good, work through that spine, tucking the tailbone under, even sitting back on the heels a small bit if you want. Even up on the fingertips if you really want to get into that upper back and the shoulders. Moving all that spinal fluid. And back to our tabletop position. Let's reach the right foot back into your three-legged dog again. Holding it here. Then moving in to your chaturanga, upward facing dog. And then pushing back into your downward facing dog, leaving the heels drop down to the ground. Again, walk it out in the spot here if you want. Dropping down onto your knees, and let's reach the left leg back. We're going to go for our little push-up first. Then reach back into your downward facing dog. Three-legged dog, drop the knees down. Push back up into your three-legged dog. Back, drop the knees down, do your little push-up. Push back up into your three-legged dog. And let's get ready for our 4 push-ups. Still reaching that left leg back. And let's go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Good. Still reaching that left leg back. Reach through that heel or point the toe, and then we'll move it over to the right side, looking over the right shoulder, and then over to the left. Reaching it back, stretching out that heel, left and then to the right. Doing great, just a few more here, reaching to the left and to the right, feeling it maybe in the glute, in the hips. And bringing it back to your tabletop position. We're going to open up to this left side now, so the right hand is planted into the ground, left hand reaches up. We want to reach that left hand over towards the top of your mat and the left foot away, bringing the hand and the foot together and then reach it over. This is the difficult one. Lots of wind today as well where I am. I'm up at a height. And then holding it up, reach it over. Just a few more. Challenging yourself here. Keep it going. You can even grab the foot if you want to get a real big stretch here on the quads. Good, and then releasing back down to your tabletop position. From here we can work through our cat-cow again. Working through the spine all the way up, all the way down. See if you have a bit more movement now in the spine. And just getting ready for our next three-legged dog, reaching that left leg up. Reach it up as high as you can, reach up through the heel in our three-legged dog, and then returning back to our chaturanga, lowering and to our upward facing dog, and then pushing back, heels drop down for our downward facing dog. Resting here, leaving the heels drop down to the ground. Maybe feel a bit more open here in the heels and in the ankles. From here, bend the knees, step or hop to the top of our mat, forward fold, bringing the head down towards the knees. Inhale, we can reach the hands up and bringing the hands back down to our heart center or by our sides. Just returning to the top of our mat. Let's just take a second here to reset. Getting ready for our Utkatasana, or our chair pose. Small bend in the knees, sitting back like we're sitting back on a chair, reaching those hands up. Inhale, reach the hands up. Exhale, bring the elbows down by your sides, kind of like you're doing a shoulder press or a lat pull down. Inhale, reach the hands up. Exhale, down by your sides. Really good one for the shoulders here, keeping those elbows back and down and reaching those hands up to the sky. Still sitting back on the heels as well. From here, inhale, reach the left leg back into our high lunge, reach the hands up, fold in front for our triangle pose, come back to our high lunge and step. We're going to stay on that same leg, left leg reaches back, high lunge, inhale, exhale into your triangle pose, bend the knee again, high lunge and then step back to your Utkatasana, your chair pose. And we're going to try the right leg this time. Inhale and stepping that right leg back into your high lunge. If you want, you can reach the hands down if you're finding it hard to step back. Then straighten the left leg for your triangle pose and then step through. Okay, so let's do two on that right side. Inhale, step back to your high lunge. Straighten the front leg, drop the head down for that triangle pose. Nice stretch on the left leg. Bend the back knee and then step that back leg, the right leg through to your Utkatasana. And again, step the right leg back. Straighten the left knee. Hold it for a breath. Bend the back knee. Find your balance, don't fall over. And then step it through to your Utkatasana, your chair pose again. One more time. Step the right leg back. Straighten the front leg, back to your high lunge, and then step it through. Excellent. Finding that position again in your Utkatasana. Good. From here, big inhale, exhale, forward fold. Stepping back into your high plank or push-up position, lowering down. Maybe you want to take a full one this time or go to the knees. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale back into your downward facing dog. Excellent. Really feel that opening now in the back of the legs, behind the knees, calves, into the hamstrings, lower back, everywhere. Moving forward into our high plank and opening up. Weight on our right hand, and we can use our left leg here as I'm demonstrating different positions, and we want to bump our hip up and down. So this is like a side crunch, great for the obliques and the muscles there at the side of the core. Your side abs, good for the lower back as well, the QL and the shoulder as well. Make sure you're not dumping into that shoulder. Just a few more here. Should be feeling that burn. And hold it up, find your balance before returning back. That left hand, drop to the knees or take a full chaturanga. Work through it, upward facing dog, back to your downward facing dog. Now let's move to the opposite side. This time I'm planting my left hand down, I'm opening up to that right side, and I can move my top leg wherever I want. If you want to bring it more in front for a bit more balance, or rest it on top. Again, bumping this hip up and down. Make sure you're not dumping in to the left shoulder, that you're stable in that. Your hand is screwed into the mat, still bumping those hips up and down. See if there's a difference on this side as well. Excellent, just a few more and hold it up. Holding it. And then returning that right hand back to the mat. Let's flow it through. If you want to go down to the knees or do the full one, inhale, upward facing dog, exhale back into your downward facing dog. Looking back towards the feet. Almost done. And I think you deserve a break at this point. So drop to the knees, sit back on the heels for your child's pose, either reaching the hands in front, or you can bring the hands to your lower back or to your sides, palms facing up. I really like this pose. Resting your forehead or your hat on the ground like I am here. Just breathing into the belly. Big inhale and exhaling out. Slowly start to make your way back up from your child's pose. Bring your hands back in front and sitting back on your heels. Inhale, reach the hands up. Exhale, bringing the hands to your heart center. Stay here or else move to a cross-legged position, whatever is more comfortable for yourself. And let's just take one breath to finish off. Inhale, reach the hands up. Bringing the hands together, back down to your heart center. The hands either palms facing up or palms facing down, resting on the knees, and just take a few deep breaths here. If you have longer to spare, then please stay longer in this position. Inhaling for 4 seconds and exhaling out for 8 seconds. If you have a few minutes, please stay here and do that breathing exercise for 3 to 5 minutes. Inhaling and slowly exhaling all the way out. Bringing the hands together, rubbing the hands together, generate some heat, placing the hands over the eyes and blinking the eyes open, bringing the hands together and bowing. Namaste, and thank you for joining me for this quick but powerful yoga session. Have a great day.